Welcome to the journey of a luxury sweater. And it all starts here, the farms where wool is harvested every morning.
The softest and most premium wool always starts from healthy sheep, living in pure nature and full of happiness.
Before entering the wool harvesting process, each sheep is bathed in warm water.
The wool is brushed and conditioned with natural ingredients to keep it soft, prevent tangles, and
ensure intra-lift. Massage helps completely, reduces muscle tension, reduces stress.
Soft music helps sheep relax, keeps their heart rate steady, and reduces stress.
This is the final cleaning step to ensure each hair is in its purest and softest state. All to prepare
the first step in the process, shearing the sheep. This technique requires precision and experience to keep the sheep safe and comfortable.
Before starting, the blade is carefully checked to ensure it is stayed sharp and safe. A good blade cuts quickly, smooth.
When placed in the correct position, the sheep feel absolutely no pain or fear.
Each cut is made decisively, creating a seamless piece of wool. Immediately after being cut, the wool is brought to the sorting table. Here, large sheets of wool are gathered to prepare for the quality separation step.
After being carefully selected, grade A wool is bagged separately. These bags of wool will be sent straight to the cleaning plant for the next stage of processing.
The grade A wool bags are now loaded onto the truck, leaving the farm.
This is the primary treatment plant, where the wool is thoroughly cleaned before moving on to the next steps.
The wet stage is the first step in transforming raw wool into a clean and pure material. Inside this giant stainless steel factory, bundles of wool begin their first washing process when they hit the swirling hot water.
The wool is soaked in hot water to remove dirt, sweat, and lanolin, the sheep's natural oil.
When the tub lid is locked, the washing process takes place in a stable pressure environment.
A simple start command activates the entire high-pressure washing system.
The wool is washed multiple times during the spin cycle to achieve maximum cleanliness.
Biological cleaning solutions are added to help remove residual oils and impurities. They help deep clean the wool while preserving the natural structure of the fiber.
The washing process can last for hours, with the system operating continuously.
When the wash cycle is over, the clean white wool is revealed, soft and evenly expanded. After a thorough washing process, the wool has become completely clean, soft and smooth, without any natural oils. The next step is to open the yarn, to separate each yarn from the large ball. This process makes the wool loose. The gin uses hundreds of tiny spikes to unravel individual wool fibers, separating them from the larger clumps.
After being opened, the wool falls into a light and even layer.
The powerful vacuum removes all the impurities left in the wool layer. Even the smallest particles are completely removed. The last impurities are separated in this delicate cleaning step. Only the purest wool fibers remain.
The wool is now completely clean, soft and smooth, like a white cloud. The carding process helps reshape each wool fiber. The steel spindles rotate in opposite directions.
After carding, the wool film is gathered into a thick strip of fiber called sliver.
The brush sliver is strictly inspected to ensure evenness and smoothness. Unqualified rolls will be immediately rejected.
The qualified sliver is fed into the drawing machine to reduce the size and increase the uniformity. A special fiber conditioner is added to protect the sliver from breaking. The conditioner makes the fiber softer.
The enzyme starts working, making the wool softer and more stretchable. The conditioner coats each fiber evenly.
The strength of the roving yarn is tested before it is put into the main spinning line.
The qualified roving rolls are transferred directly to the spinning line.
The process continues without any delay.
The drawing line operates continuously, creating even and stable roving rolls.
Each roving thread is the premise of an important transformation. Soon, they will be spun into complete thread.
This is where the yarn is prepared for the most important stage, the car stage, turning the roving into finished threads.
Roving must be placed correctly in the yarn guide system. Precision in this step ensures smooth and stable spinning.
The extremely strong twisting force binds the small fibers together. From here, the roving begins first.
Each twist is controlled with high precision, creating a smooth and stable yarn surface.
When you look really close, you see hundreds of small fibers twisting themselves according to the rotation force.
The machine line operates continuously for many hours, monitored non-stop.
The yarn tension, rotation speed, and twist.
After the spinning process, the yarn reaches the characteristic softness of high-quality wool. The layer of oil used during the spinning process is pressed out so that the yarn reaches the standard cleanliness.
From the finished woolen threads, the journey to create fabric officially begins.
The thinness of each fiber is measured by a sensor accurate to 1/100th of a millimeter. Each bobbin is inspected by eye and hand to detect even the smallest defect. Imperfect bobbins are immediately discarded.
A qualified yarn must be able to withstand pulling force without splitting or breaking. Stable elasticity and toughness.
From the finished woolen threads, the journey to create fabric officially begins. The colors are chosen according to the designer's standard color palette.
The tension of the yarn is a vital factor in the weaving process. Even a very small change can affect the evenness of the entire fabric. The raw fabric that has just been woven is still stiff and lacks softness. This is just the original shape before entering the felting stage.
To achieve its characteristic softness, the fabric must go through a felting process.
The heat, steam, and strong pressure help the wool fibers begin to bond tightly together.
The fabric is clamped to the tension frame to keep the correct standard size.
Inside the heat tunnel, the fabric undergoes a continuous drying process. It dries gradually, stabilizes its shape, and minimizes shrinkage.
The fabric is dry after drying, but the surface is still a bit stiff.
The rubber blades beat rhythmically to help break the temporary.
Under the rhythmic force, each small wool thread gradually bounces up. This is the secret.
Surface finishing is the step that creates a different appearance for wool fabrics. This is where the fabric achieves its final refinement. The superfine brush gently brushes the fabric surface, lifting each natural hair. A super thin anti-pilling coating is sprayed onto each wool fiber. This layer makes the fabric more.
Before completion, the fabric will be heat pressed to stabilize the surface. Great heat and pressure are about to be applied with absolute precision.
The great heat and pressure help the fabric surface to stabilize and keep its shape for a long time.
This is the surface of the fabric after it has been pressed to perfection. Smooth, flat, and evenly feathered, high fashion.
The finished woolen fabric rolls, with precise color and texture, have entered the final stage.
The final coating helps the fabric to be dustproof and slightly waterproof.
The fabric is carefully inspected under standard light to detect even the smallest defect. Every detail must be perfect before packaging.
With full specifications to ensure traceability and quality.
From the finished woolen rolls, the journey to create a high-end fleece jacket officially begins.
The computer arranges the pattern details, optimizing every centimeter of fabric.
Each cut is made sharp and absolutely smooth. The perfection of each piece of fabric starts here.
The most important details of the shirt are always selected by the worker nanas and eyes and hands.
Each part of the shirt is carefully prepared and classified. Every detail is ready to be assembled into shape.
The fabric edges are thinly sliced so that when folded, the seam is flatter and more delicate.
The glue layer helps to fix the fabric edges before sewing, ensuring that each seam is absolutely precise.
Precise seams are the foundation of a perfect shirt. Each needle stitch must be absolutely even.
The fabric edge must be processed many times to stay sharp and durable.
Every detail, no matter how small, is handled perfectly. Not a single thread end is allowed to exist on a high-end shirt.
Pressed with absolute precision. A small detail, but it showcases the distinction of a high-end garment.
Before leaving the factory, every fur coat must undergo a final inspection, where meticulousness and perfection are paramount.
Durable wool fibers, layers of soft, warm fur, all combine to create a stylish and sophisticated men's jacket.
In this large box is a work of art that has been cherished down to every detail.
When a design is refined enough, it's not just seen, Pied, it's noticed.
The shirt is handed over to the most worthy owner, a gift of warmth, of style, and of class.